Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Vanessa. So in today's video, excited is an understatement because we're finally going to be trying out the new Too Faced Born This Way matte foundation. So if you know me, you know I love the original Born This Way. My only issue with that foundation is that it doesn't last very long on me because I do have combination skin. I have an oily T-zone and then the sides of my face are normal to dry depending on the weather. So I always prefer a matte foundation, not just even because I'm oily, I just prefer the way a matte foundation looks. That's just my preference. So I'm not gonna waste any time. I'm gonna read you guys some of the claims this foundation has so we can get right to using it. So it says here, this is an oil-free, oil-controlling, waterproof, transfer-resistant, 24-hour, undetectable, super long-wear foundation. This is infused with coconut water, which aids in delicately replenishing skin's moisture levels, alpine rose, which helps empower skin health and resilience, and hyaluronic acid, which gives a smoother, more youthful appearance. So it says here, this oil-free 24-hour matte foundation masterfully diffuses the line between makeup and skin. Our matte formula stays completely color true while covering imperfections to reveal the all-day shine-free look of naturally flawless skin. Lightweight wear and coverage so undetectable they'll think you were born this way. So this is supposed to be a medium coverage foundation. And this is here, 99% of people they did a test on. Oh, they did, in a week they did a test on 107 women, and 99% of them said that this blurred away their imperfections. 96% of them said it felt weightless on the skin. 93% of them said it was undetectable coverage, and 92% said that this does not require touch-ups. So we're really going to be putting this baby to the test today. I have some errands to run. My T-zone be an oily mess, especially now with this dang weather. So I'm very excited. I just get the shade of Praline. Praline is a shade I use in the Born This Way original foundation as well. So shout out to Jackie Aina for helping Too Faced extend the shade range, because if she hadn't, I wouldn't have a shade. So you do get 1 ounce in here, just like most standard foundations. And I will also be listing down below all other shades and other foundations that I use in case we're shade twins. Which reminds me, this is the main reason I wanted to try out this foundation, because I kept looking at reviews and there was nobody with my shade. Obviously, I already knew what shade I was, but I'm curious to see, you know, how the foundation looks on somebody with a similar skin tone to mine. But nobody was Praline. So I'm here if you're Praline. So this is what the bottle looks like, exactly like the original Born This Way, except this is thinner and longer. Nothing special, but it is pretty. I do love Too Faced packaging. I think it's very girly and glam and cute. But enough talking, I'm gonna be testing out this foundation now. Okay, so for skin prep, I used some of my favorites. I used the Benefit Total Moisture Facial Cream and the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. So for one side of my face, I'm gonna be using the Morphe M439 brush. And then for the side of my face, I'm gonna be using the Sonia Keshuk sponge. I don't really like the sponge, but it's what I have, so it's what we'll have to do. I'm excited to see how this foundation will cover, because I have quite a few breakouts and dark spots that I've been color correcting every time I do my makeup, but I won't be color correcting today, just to see how much this foundation covers. So we're going to start off with this side, with the brush side. Also, if you guys want to see a video comparison comparing the matte formula and the original formula, let me know. Or if you guys want to see a video comparing the matte formula against the Peach Perfect foundation. I think I'm still gonna do them even if y'all don't ask, but if y'all want them, let me know. Okay, so first impressions, this is with half of 1 pump, and I'm very surprised at just how well it covered all these dark spots that I have around here. Like, for a medium coverage foundation, that is pretty full coverage to me. So far, finish is really nice. It's not done drying down, so obviously it doesn't look that matte. It looks more demi-matte, honestly. But it looks nice so far. So we're gonna be doing the sponge side now. Also, this is a lot thinner and a lot more runny than the original version. Okay guys, so I'm feeling like shade-wise, this is actually looking lighter than the original formula. I love the way this looks so far. My skin looks really nice and blurred. As to which side do I prefer, I don't know. I think I might actually prefer the sponge side, just because I don't know how, but the sponge side looks more matte and it looks more skin-like. It looks more natural on the sponge side. The brush side, you of course get more coverage, but it also looks like you've got foundation on, which is not a bad thing. Like, I'm just pointing that out. Yeah, but so far it looks really pretty. On this side it looks more like a soft matte, and this side looks more like a demi matte. Coverage is definitely medium. It covered up my dark spots pretty well. Some of them not as good as others, but it's not that serious. It's medium coverage. But yeah, I think this looks pretty darn good. Oh, I don't remember if I mentioned it, but I did my entire face with 2 pumps. I usually use either 1 pump, a pump and a half, or 2 pumps. But for the most part, I usually use 1 pump of foundation. But 2 really isn't like a big deal to me. So I did do some light color correcting on my under eyes because I haven't slept in 20 nights and 20 days. And I'm gonna go in with the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade medium. This is my favorite concealer ever. So now to set, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty setting powder in the shade Pound Cake on my under eyes, and the Too Faced Peach Perfect Loose Mattifying Setting Powder on the rest of my face. I freaking love the setting powder. It makes you look so airbrushed. My eye is quite watery, so if you guys see my concealer looking a mess by the end of this video, you already know who to blame. So my face is set, and I have to say my skin looks absolutely flawless. Like, it looks freaking gorgeous. I definitely have to say I do like the way the foundation looks better on this side, like around here, better than I do here. This is the side I did with the sponge, so I think that's why. I don't think that's the foundation's fault. But yeah, I'm really liking how this looks. We're gonna bronze now. I'm gonna be using the Charlotte Tilbury Bronzer in the shade Tan. Alright guys, so it's time for blush. I'm using the Makeup Forever B210 blush. Alright, so now for my lips, I'm going to be using the Kylie Cosmetics Brown Sugar Lip Liner and the Dose of Colors Desi X Katy, my main lipstick. Guys, this is the most flawless my skin has looked in a minute. Like, my skin looks so good. I love the way this foundation looks so far. I think my only complaint would be that it isn't the same shade as the original Born This Way. Like, something is off. Like, Praline in the Born This Way is darker. Praline in the matte one is a little lighter. I'm not too mad at it. I feel like it looks more dramatic on camera than it does in person. And I am a little tan, if I'm being honest. But yeah, that's not that big of a deal to me because I could always just use more bronzer or use powder foundation on top of it that's a little darker. I hate when people give like foundations a bad review just because it didn't match, because I mean, like, that's obviously fixable. Like, can we focus on the way it looks and the way it performs? But yeah, this looks beautiful. I'm about to show you guys what this looks like in natural lighting, and we're gonna be doing a wear test. All right, y'all, so it's currently 9:50 in the morning. We're gonna be doing a wear test, but I just want you guys to see up close in natural light what this foundation looks like, and it's absolutely stunning. Sorry, I'm not looking at the lens. I'm looking at myself like on the screen because I'm trying to see what I'm doing. I don't have a mirror here, but you guys, look at this. Flawless. The only thing is, like, I probably need more coverage right here on this dark spot, but it's not that big of a deal. Like, this foundation looks so beautiful. So I'll see you guys later. I'm really praying and hoping that this holds up against my oils. Alright, you guys, I'm back. So it's been 6 hours since I applied this foundation. I haven't done much today. All the errands that I had to do got canceled, so all I've been doing really is editing and help my mom out in the kitchen a little bit. But I've got to say, I'm pleasantly surprised. I feel like I look oilier on camera because of these lights, but in person it's not that bad. Like, in person, the worst part right now is my nose, but the oiliness that I have here, my chin, and my forehead is not that bad. Like, I can accept it. And you know something, like, I'm very impressed because this foundation, like, it looked amazing once applied, but as time went on, it just kept getting nicer and nicer and nicer. Like, it just looks so beautiful. Honestly, like, even my dad was like, wow, your skin looks perfect. And this was literally like 15 minutes ago. Even with all the oiliness, he was like, wow, your skin looks perfect. And my dad is not the type of person that notices things like that. Like, he doesn't notice makeup. Like, I could cut my hair and he would not notice. Guys, and I ate and the foundation around my mouth did not disappear. Obviously, my lipstick is gone, but I still have my foundation. Like, it looks perfect. Usually when I eat, my foundation disappears too. It did not settle into any fine lines. That's what I was the most concerned about it settling into my smile lines, because most of my foundations do. I can avoid it for a few hours, but at the end of the day, most of them do. And my smile lines look perfect. Like, oh my gosh, like, the skin just looks so smooth and perfect. I'm gonna blot now just to see how much oil there is and how much foundation, like, gets on the napkin. Alright, so this is what we've got going on the napkin. I honestly don't think it's that bad. It could definitely be worse. I could definitely just blot with the napkin and be good to go. It did take away some of the foundation right here, I'm not gonna lie, but that really wouldn't have happened if I hadn't blotted. But I'm gonna use some powder just to see how the foundation looks if I have to touch it up. I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder in the shade number 2, medium. And just like that, we're good as new. It doesn't look cakey. It looks pretty damn fresh, if I'm being honest. Like, I feel like you could look at me right now and you would not know that I have had this foundation on for 6 hours. There's no way. So for my final thoughts on this foundation, I've got to say this is amazing. I know it's my first time trying it, but I'm shook. Like, I really, really like it so far. So I want to touch on the claims that this foundation said it made, the ones I talked about earlier. I would definitely say it blurs away imperfections. It does feel weightless on the skin. It's a very, like, comfortable matte. It does feel weightless on the skin. Your skin does not feel tight. I don't know if that's because I moisturized properly or just because I have a combination skin, because I did see some reviews where people said that it made their skin feel tight, but I don't know if their skin was drier than mine. I didn't have that issue. I don't even feel like I'm wearing foundation. Undetectable coverage, facts. Like, the coverage is really, really good. Remember, I mentioned 92% of people said that they did not require touch-ups. Honestly, I don't think I did require a touch-up. I only did it to mattify the skin again. But as far as, like, my foundation disappearing or getting messed up anywhere, that did not happen. Like I told you guys, it did get messed up here, but that was when I was blotting. But on its own, it was doing the damn thing. It was wearing beautifully. It had no issues. So I would definitely recommend you guys check this foundation out, at least if you have oily or combination skin like I do, because it did pretty well. What do you guys think? I really liked it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you guys next time.